Hey there, I'm doing a take two over this video for today because, well, I actually just said something I didn't want to throw out there. It was me complaining or just, it's something that happened to me yesterday. And when I went back and was looking over my video of myself talking about it, I was like, I'm not going to judge that moment. I'd rather judge my eyebrows and why one is so much fuller than the other. That's what I'm completely focused on, okay? It's very distracting from being able to even talk. But here's a cat to look at. Look at that beautifulness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Pumpkin. That's my little pumpkin. He's so sweet. One more look. That's all you get. Oh, God. He's a godsend. He is a godsend. God is good. Reason number one, God is good. Reason number two, God is good. Reason number three, my son gave me one time a preaching CD from a guy he had listened to. That man worked at the Gray Middle School, 9th grade academy or something. That's been years ago. Anyway, I listened to that preacher a couple of times and I got rid of the CD. But he used to say, never mind, let me not go there. But that was part of his preaching. Reason number one, God is good. Reason number two, God is good. He said, don't get bitter, get better. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not getting bitter. And so that's why I'm redoing my video, because the first one sounded like I was a little bit upset with this guy yesterday. But no, this guy is my one paying customer who's been paying me something almost every single day for like 2 weeks now. So I'm not going to fuss about him. I'm just going to say to God above what I need. Look, I'm going to show you my muscle. I did that in my first video that I erased, and I said I'm a strong lady. Now I'm mentally as well as physically strong because I've been through some hard times, some faith-shaking hard times, and that is no lie. I had a brain injury in 2017, traumatic brain injury from a very bad car wreck. Well, yeah, it was bad, but not like I didn't have broken bones, thank the good Lord. And my daughter, who was in the back seat, was fine. But when I tried to turn out of the way of the car that was oncoming, I smacked my head on the glass, on the side glass. I got this big old goose egg. Anyway, screwed up my life for several years after that. And I woke up like clockwork, like at 4 or 4:30 in the morning. And it was just, it made life so terrible. My days went on and on and on. Like by lunchtime, when most people are, or I don't remember. So I just remember thinking, the time most people would probably be just getting up and starting their day, I felt like I'd already lived an entire life, a whole day. And I just talk about feeling isolated. That's the word, isolated. Yes. So, the reason I woke up super early in the morning at 2 a.m., that's when I woke up, is because, I think it's because I had sugar. I had I had 3, maybe 4 peanut butter cookies before I went to sleep last night. I wished I could have kept my video, but I just had to hit delete. But I wanted to share the same information, and that was one of the things I discussed, was why I had woken up super early today, and I have had a nice long streak of sleeping well, and I'm very, very thankful for everything. every single good night of sleep I get. But when I was decided, I just made the decision. I know this has happened to me too many times in the past, and to lay here and try to sleep is kind of pointless because I know I'm not going to go back to sleep. So I got awake and I started comparing the George Strait song called Run. I started listening to it and the Police song, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, because I heard the George Strait song the other day coming back from Gray, Georgia, and it had been a long time since I'd heard that song, and I remembered as soon as I heard that little bass line. Anyway, I'm not going to try to recreate it now, but something about that song always makes me think of the other song, the Police song. So I'm going to compare these two songs until I really can understand why they sound so similar, or what is the similarity, which I didn't really figure it out, but I did listen to the two songs about 2 or 3 times, back to one after the one and then the other. And then I also found out that Taylor Swift, okay, random piece of information, her first tour was opening act for George Strait. How about that? Little whippersnapper. Yeah, that's pointless information. But yeah, I talked about Madonna in my other video, and I talked about my daughter Lola. I told you my memory, Lola, that I've been trying to share with you about my mom going on a field trip with you and Cohen when y'all were younger to the strawberry farm. That was the memory. But like literally, I've been sitting here begging for people to care, family members, people that should care, but they don't. It's the truth. I mean, it's the straight, cold, hard truth. So, like, I'm a fighter. I am a fighter. And my mental strength today is good. And my physical strength today, you see that muscle? Also good. I am getting back to the beginning. Like Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. He died in July of this year. Most people should know that. I binge watched the Osbournes for a couple of months after he died. At the time that he died, I was like, I'm not going to let this man just go down in history and be forgotten. I'm going to continue to watch and learn about Ozzy Osbourne. I was never like a super fan of either Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne, but I did have one of his CDs back when you could join Columbia. I guess that was what it was called, like the little CD club, and you could pick out 7 or 8 free CDs for a penny a piece. You paid a ridiculously small fee to join the club, and then you had to purchase. You made an agreement to purchase, one every year or something. I don't remember. But that was a cool little deal. And I do recall having one of his CDs and listening to it pretty regularly. So, I mean, of all the musical things out there, of all the music I could have selected, God was in it, okay? God was in it. God is over it all. He is amazing. I know I watched a video where this dude said he got an opportunity to hand Ozzy Osbourne a Bible with his name engraved on it a couple of weeks or a month. I don't know how long before he died, but not that long. And I heard his son also tell the same tale. I got both. Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautifully amazing. I hope God that Ozzy got to the heavenly pearly gates, and I want to see him, meet him, and his other family members. There is God now. To me, when I hear a train whistle, that reminds me of God, that He is with me. I don't know why, but I made a Facebook post, and I said, God is in the train. I don't remember that's irrelevant. It was a very short post, but it just solidified in my brain that whenever I see or hear a train, there is God. There He is. And you know, Oz wrote that song about the crazy train going off the rails on a crazy train. Yes, I've done that. I've been accused of being drunk when I was simply begging and not understanding what was going on inside of my brain, because it was all in a tangle. It was a mangled up, tangled up mess. I wrote a small book that no one really cares about called Oak Haven Park, but I was trying to just get myself straightened out, which is why I'm making these videos also. It's self-help. I hate it that I had to toss the one because it had a lot of cool information in it, I thought. But it also had me fussing about something stupid, and I'm not going to be that person anymore. If I was her, if I have been that person in the past, she's dead. She's gone. I have reinvented myself, and you can do that. That's the miracle of life. As long as you're still breathing, you have an opportunity to make yourself the best version of yourself. Leave the bad behind you. Leave the patheticness behind you. Those, grasping at relationships with people who literally, I don't even want to tell you about it. It's that sad. When you feel that bad about yourself, I guess, that you just cling on to these people who really, they don't know or care if you have anything good going on with you. Because I guess that's just human nature. I have heard people tell me this before. People aren't even thinking about you, literal. But they do. I know they do, because I think about other people. So I know other people think about me. They just don't bother to take the next step. Pick up a phone. I'll call you up and say, hi, how are you doing? Therefore, you people that have failed to do that and have also used me to propel yourself somewhere you needed or wanted to go. Okay? You are now dead to me. All right? Nothing personal. I'm sure it wasn't personal when you treated me that way. It wasn't personal. But still, the damage was done. You understand? So therefore, I believe it's right, even godly, holy, doing to others. I have been doing unto others as I would have them do unto me. But you see, the others who did unto me as they wanted me to do unto them, now I must go ahead and confess that you're going to get what you wanted. You're going to get treated equally as you have treated me, which is like, you're a non-person. You are less than a 0. You're a rock underneath my shoe as I'm walking to go commingle with your people. I'm going to pretend you don't exist on the planet at all. And I'm not bitter. I am better, as I stated at the beginning of this video. It's not a brag either. It's just a reality check. Check that I'm doing these videos also, and I also have stated it does not, I don't care if 0 people view these. I did upload 2 videos to YouTube already, and I didn't do it so people could see me or I could get comments. But if I did or I do, that's lovely. But point being, that's done. It's like a turkey for Thanksgiving being in the oven. I'm done. I mean, I've gotten myself better. God has healed me. My emotional status is good. My physical health also good. Mentally doing just fine. You can't accuse me of being drunk. Sometimes, look, I've looked at myself before. I've made some videos and thrown them out there on Facebook, and I'm like, I can see why somebody might accuse me of being drunk, because, quite frankly, I'm a little loopy, but whatever. That's also ancient past history. I gotta get this eyebrow thing figured out. I'm gonna get my face looking good, and I'm gonna go be awesome. That's all there is left for me. Awesomeness. And tooth gap. Maybe I meet Madonna one day, but probably not. But if you're out there listening, Madonna, I'm very proud of my tooth gap because it reminds me of yours. And thank you to the Osborne family for being out there. And thank you to all the people who have dismissed me and underrated. Dismissed and underestimated. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Bye.